Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abraham Klein, and I am here today with Velma Christy. She is a resident here in Avonmore, Pennsylvania, and she recently celebrated her 100th birthday, which is obviously a huge milestone for anybody. So we're going to try to do a series of interviews. Who knows how long each one's going to go? They're more or less just going to be what you call just freestyle, I guess. And we'll be flanked by her son over here, Ron, who is going to, I guess, give his input as we go on. But so yes, we're just sitting down with Velma today, and just going to talk with her a little bit about well, the past 100 years of stories that she has, and as she's already told me, she's got plenty of them. So we're gonna go with that. So, but we've already done your interview talking about your 100th birthday.
Yeah.
But for those who may not be familiar, you were born
1921.
1921. And when was the day?
April 24th.
April 24th. Okay. And so, what can you tell me about? How do I put this? Your where you grew up.
Well, there was houses up along the railroad track.
Yeah. Okay.
Across the
They were
river.
up
Across
to
the river?
temple. Yeah.
Okay. And is
And
that
that's where I grew up at.
That's where you grew up? Okay. Tell me a little bit about your parents. Who were they?
Well, my dad, he came from Blairsville,
Okay.
and my mother was raised around here.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. And do you know, like, right about when they got married? Did they move here, or were they living somewhere else before you were born?
no, I was born across the river.
Okay. Okay.
I was born at home.
Okay.
That time they didn't take anybody to the hospital.
That's right. Actually, my grandma, she'd have been your age. She'd have been born in January of that year. She was born at home, and actually up until my one uncle, there was my aunt, then three other uncles, and then my fourth uncle. He was the first one born in the hospital out of all the kids in the family, and so even up into like the 50s, people were still being born at home, I guess. But yeah, so let's see here. So you grew up here in Avonmore.
Yep, this is
And-
my hometown.
This is your hometown. Have you ever lived anywhere else other than Avonmore?
No,
No? Okay. So what kind of experience has it been like here?
here in town or across
Yeah.
the river?
Well, I mean, across the river,
Either
here in
way.
town. I mean, it's all Avonmore. I
That's
guess.
Armstrong County over
Oh,
there.
okay, all right, yeah, yeah.
It's a suburb.
It's a suburb, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. What was it like back in when you were growing up here in town?
Well, we didn't have much, but us kids all got together. We knew everybody, so
Yeah,
I had a brother that we'd go visit him right down the road from where we lived.
okay.
And
That was Lloyd.
Lloyd,
Yeah.
okay.
the one kid would come over with a guitar and he'd play and we'd sing and carry on.
Yeah, yeah.
We had good times.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's interesting. What kind of songs did you guys sing?
Cowboys.
Cowboy songs. You like them country westerns, right?
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. You still like country western?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So how many siblings did you have? Tell me
8.
about them. 8 siblings.
Yep.
Okay.
There was
And
Donna,
okay.
Richard,
Siblings,
Oh,
Mom.
siblings.
Oh.
Sorry, siblings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, siblings.
brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brothers
Oh.
and sisters. Yes, ma'am.
Well, Olive, she died when she was a month old.
Oh, okay.
She was the first one.
1915.
1915 was when she was born. Okay.
Yeah. And then there was Florence,
Okay.
and there was Lloyd, and William,
William. Okay.
Margaret, me, Dorothy, Verna, and Doyle.
Okay. I wasn't counting, but was that 8 as well? Or how
I think
many
it
was
was
that? 7?
I think you had 7 siblings, right?
7
No.
siblings? Including herself?
Well,
Or?
there was Olive.
Okay.
There was
Olive.
Florence.
Florence,
There was Lloyd.
Lloyd,
There was William.
William,
Margaret.
Margaret, that's 5 already.
Me.
You,
And then there was Dorothy,
Dorothy,
Verna,
Myrna.
Yeah.
and Doyle.
And Doyle, yeah.
So that's
8.
9 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So she had 8 siblings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and at this point, you're the surviving.
I'm the
Child?
only one
Okay.
child living.
Yeah.
Only one.
Okay. And so, what were your brothers and sisters like? Tell me a little about. What I mean, obviously, your sister Olive sadly passed away when she was young, but
She passed away when
She
she was
did.
about a month old.
a month old.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I guess you obviously would never have met her.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah. So as far as your other brothers and sisters, what were they like? You know, you were telling me about you. I think you said you go visit your one brother, or he had a guitar or something.
No,
Lloyd.
we did go down to, he lived a house down from us
Oh, okay.
when he was growing up, so we'd go down there and spend time with them.
Oh, okay.
And he had guys come in over there, and we'd have a good time.
Yeah.
So me and my sister, we would sing, and he would play his guitar.
Yeah. You remember any of those old songs?
Oh. Well, it's pretty hard to remember.
Yeah. 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 What was popular back when you were growing up? What songs were popular back then?
Well, it was Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple. Okay.
You know her?
Oh yeah, Shirley Temple. She eventually became Shirley Temple Black,
Uh-huh.
and once she got married or whatever. Yeah.
Gene Autry.
Gene Autry. Okay. Yeah. He
Oh, there
was.
was quite a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And the movie over here in town was a quarter.
a quarter.
Yep,
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah, it's where the fire hall is now, right?
yeah.
Where the fire hall is. Okay.
Mhm.
And so you remember going to see movies at the theater?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Did you ever see silent films, or you only ever see the talkies?
Oh, we saw them when they didn't talk,
Yeah.
just whisper like.
Yeah. Now, do you remember when they started making the sound pictures?
Well, it was going on whenever I first started going over there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah. I'd go to the Lutheran church over here. We walked,
yeah.
and everything seemed the same all the rest of my life till now.
Till now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So Avonmore back in the day, I guess, had other, do you remember any of like the businesses around town that
Oh
used to
yeah,
be
they had a grocery store in each corner.
each
Yeah.
corner, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
place was
They
booming.
had 2 or 3 doctors, dentist, post office. It was in the Moose up here.
And the Moose, okay.
News building, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'd walk over there every night and get the mail.
Yeah. That was your job?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I think we talked about this the last time we got together, but there was that big flood in 1936.
Yep.
You were about 15 when that happened. So
Mhm.
tell me about that experience.
Well, nobody slept that night, I don't think. My
No?
mother, she said she was always afraid of high water and fires.
Oh yeah.
So she took us kids and we walked up to Hicks's Hill.
Hicks's Hill.
You
Okay.
know where that's at?
I can't say I'm
Right over
familiar
that
with
way.
it.
There
Okay.
was a path up at the temple that went up over the hill.
Okay.
And we was up there. When we come back, my dad was baking bread. He wouldn't leave.
He didn't leave the house, huh?
Nope.
Was what did the aftermath look like? Was there a lot of damage around town?
Yep, it was clear up to the street here.
Oh wow. Yeah. Huh. So, yeah, I've been in Salzburg, and they've shown on some of the buildings where the watermarks were
Yeah.
during that flood back in '36.
Yeah, down in North Vandergrift, they had a store before they put a watermark.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you know, you said your mom was scared. What did you think of the whole situation?
I was up when the bridge went down.
Oh yeah.
That was, you wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That went down about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. Now, did everybody know? Like, was it like a flash flood, or did people have a feeling that it was?
It was raining. There
Okay.
was a lot of snow that year
Oh,
on
really?
the mountains, and between that and the rain, why, that's what caused it to.
No. Okay. Now, it was like I
The
said.
dam broke.
The dam broke.
Yeah.
Okay. So, were they expecting this, or was this just something that all of a sudden happened?
Nobody was expecting it.
Yeah. Okay. So that had to be quite the interesting.
That's where they lived across the river.
Okay.
It's where
Now,
the railroad tracks are now.
Okay. So I'll put this up here. Hopefully they can get a good view of that. So who is pictured here in this photo up here? Do you know who's in that picture?
The one's my mother, and I think that's Dorothy with her.
Okay. Which one would be your mother?
This one
The
here.
one on the right, or the okay. So that would be her mother on that side there, and that was where you guys grew up.
Yep,
Okay.
there was houses all along there.
What's that?
There was houses the whole way up to the temple.
All the way up. Okay. Yeah. And how many bedrooms were in there? You know, 9 kids and
Not many.
not many rooms, huh?
We had 4 rooms.
4 rooms. You had to cram all 9 of your. I guess it'd be 10, 11 of you
Yep.
all together.
Uh-huh.
So that had to be an interesting experience. Huh. So, and you guys live there. Is that house still standing?
No.
No.
They paid us for those places,
Yeah. Oh,
and
okay.
they tore them down to build
The railroad, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's where the road went.
Okay.
See that road across the river?
Yeah.
That goes
Yeah.
up?
That goes up the
That
hill.
was our road.
Driveway,
was our
basically.
road.
Okay, basically the driveway.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as you come across the bridge area, you know where they take the coal out and people walk and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where the railroad used to be. And then
Okay.
that road that goes up to the railroad now
Yeah.
is like their driveway
And
and
what's
stuff.
this bottom picture here?
That's like a retaining wall made out of railroad ties.
Oh, okay. Now, was that part of the property there?
Yeah, right, Mom?
Right. That,
Yeah, that's part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, I'll let you folks see that again. That was where they live. That's like he said, a retaining wall there, and that was the house. 4 bedrooms. They had to stick 11 people in them. So it had to be quite the living conditions for sure.
Yep.
But and were most of your friends, did they live in big families, or is that unique for you guys?
No, there was some big families in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's that had to be nice. That means you had a lot of friends then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So what did you guys enjoy doing for fun when you guys weren't, you know, doing chores or working or going to school or something like that?
Work at home.
Just work. Okay. Okay.
Wash dishes, iron, anything we could do.
Yeah. Keep yourself busy, or is that just
Yep.
parents?
That would be on a Saturday.
That'd be on a
We
Saturday.
didn't have no school.
No school, so you do all your chores that day,
Yep.
huh? Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So, I remember my grandma telling me about some of her brothers. they would, like, if they weren't doing their chores or whatever, they'd go around getting into mischief and stuff like that. Did any of that kind of stuff happen?
I never got a licking from my parents.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. Now, my grandma, I don't think she ever did either, but she had brothers that were pretty ornery.
Yeah.
At least that's what she told me anyway, so. So.
I was useless when I had to stand on a chair.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. So, how long did you guys take to do all that stuff on a Saturday?
Well, it would take us practically all day to clean things up.
Yeah?
Mhm.
So, okay. You said you went down and used to watch movies and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Did you
Mhm.
guys do anything else around town when other things were happening?
Well, there was carnivals here,
Carnival?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
and that's about it. The movie theater.
Yeah.
That was the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that filled down there at the time when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys ever go down there and?
There was, they had Little League down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's basically a lot of what your childhood was going to school and doing chores, and maybe you'd get the chance to go to the carnival or go see a movie, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. And did you guys go many places? Like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess people didn't really travel that far much
Not
back
too
then.
far.
Didn't have a car.
Oh, you didn't have a car?
Didn't
Well,
have
our
a car.
neighbor would take us places if we wanted to go.
Yeah. What was like a big trip for you guys back then?
Like a Palmer or someplace, huh?
Apollo?
I'd go down to New Canton twice a week because my daughter got bit with a copperhead.
Ooh. Yeah.
Lives out here in Mary.
Yeah.
And I'd go down there and spend the day with her.
45 or 46, someplace in there.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you went to school. Actually, there's a certificate up there. Why don't you can get that, Mr. Ron Christy.
Mr. Ron.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking at that before we started the interview. There actually,
This stuff.
I don't know how much of this can be seen on camera, but there's some pictures back there of her grandfather. Over on that side is her grandmother, and in the middle is both of them.
Here's that.
And this is her. What's that say?
That's my writing certificate.
Your writing certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that say? Something School of Penmanship.
Penmanship, yeah.
Is like it looks like it's kind of broken
That's
off.
an
I
old
guess,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. The
37, I got that.
37.
37.
1937. So you'd have
Yep.
been 16.
Yep.
Yeah. So for those of you.
You
out there,
started
that's-
school when you was 8 and quit when you was 16.
You quit when you were 16. Okay. So that'd have been
37,
30. Yeah, 37. So that'd have been what grade? Like
8.
8th grade. Okay. So it says the. I really can't. What Peterson?
Yep.
Peterson School of
Yep.
Penmanship, Greensburg, Pennsylvania. This certifies that Velma M.
Yes.
Sorry. Got a guess. Anyway, has attained a satisfactory degree of proficiency in writing under the personal direction of Miss Hamilton, teacher of 8th grade, in recognition of her attainments. She is awarded this certificate given at Greensburg, Pennsylvania, this first day of June, 1937. Director of Penmanship in Public Schools. So that's quite the certificate there, huh?
That is.
Yeah. So again, there's that. That's the. Can they see that on there? You can look on the camera there if they can get a good view of that. Can they see the full thing?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, the Peterson School of Penmanship. So that's interesting. What was it like to get how did you feel when you got something like that? I'll give it back to you.
Oh, I was proud when I got it.
Yeah? Yeah?
Sure.
So, and-
wanna see these
I'm
pictures?
left-handed.
You're left-handed,
Yeah.
okay.
So the teacher had to break me.
Oh, really? So she had to teach you how to write right-handed?
Yeah,
Okay, do you still write right-handed?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I
Interesting.
got the trimmer, so it's pretty hard for me to write now.
Yeah, well, at least you still got the certificate proving you have good
That's
penmanship, right?
That's right.
Now, was that just how well you wrote, or did that have to do with spelling, or is that just how
Everything.
everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'd
So-
write backwards instead of the right way.
Oh yeah. That's interesting. So was there like a graduation ceremony or something for that? No. They just send it to you in the mail or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, yeah. So what was the reaction from your parents when they saw that you got your certificate?
Oh, they were a little surprised.
Surprise! Yeah. Yeah. So did you get any, what am I trying to say here? Did you get certificates for any other kind of achievements in school?
No.
No? Okay. So it was mostly for school penmanship, I
Yeah.
see.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So you went to the 8th grade, and then I think you said you had. I remember from our last interview, you said you had to do like a test or something to get to go to secondary
That's
or
right.
high school. Okay.
Had to
So,
go out to Spring Church
okay.
to take a test
Okay.
to come over here to this high school.
Over to the Avonmore High School. Okay. So, trying to remember. So you said, was it 5th to 8th grade you went to Peterson?
I went to Kirkendall for 6 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's
her school pictures.
Kirkendall.
Yeah.
And so that's a picture there of Kirkendall. Kirkendall, sorry.
Yeah.
Kirkendall memories. Kirkendall School housed only grades 4 to 6. When this picture was taken, students were left to right, front row. David Crosman, who lost his wife in Europe during World War II. His life. Howard Townsend, Hazen White, Mario Montali, John Alsippi, Clifford White, something King, Selvio Anella, Donald Townsend, second row, George King, Mario, Wayne Flickinger, James, some interesting names here,
Mhm.
James Dabrowski. Yeah, do you know these people I'm naming?
Yeah,
Okay. Are you amongst these people anywhere in here?
I'm the one there.
Okay, I'm trying to find your name here.
Guess. Not Christy.
Yeah, right. Guess. Dorothy Guess. It says.
Yeah,
sister.
she's my sister.
Yeah. So, but she wouldn't have been in the same grade, I guess.
No,
So.
it was 8 grades in one school.
Oh, 8th grade. Well, okay, that
Mhm.
really narrows it then. Evelyn, no. I'm trying to find here. Tucker Alsippi. A lot of David Lockard, Ted Adair, Ray Guinness, Harry Allshouse, Joseph. Probably gonna butcher this one. Red Scully, another youth who lost his life in Europe during World War II. Third row, William McMunn, Edward White, Gemma,
Gemma.
Evelyn, Gemma,
Yeah,
Barbieri,
Barbary. Yeah.
Evelina, that's a nice name.
Mhm.
Not that they all are, of course. Ina Miller, Mary Red Scaldy,
Yep,
Kristen Filippini, Virginia Filippini, Adele Lockard,
Yeah.
Mrs. Gertrude Ray,
That
teacher
was
back
a
row, Donna
teacher.
White, Fred Bouch, Hermer Bevok. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm not seeing you on this group. You must be on the top group, maybe. If you're anyway, so it's showing 1936 and 34 again. Kirkendall memories, Kirkendall School. Which you said that was 4th to 6th,
yeah.
or students in 1st to 8th grade.
Well, I left out there in 6th grade to go beyond Maysville,
Oh, okay.
out to Wilson.
Okay. Fred Bouch, Howard Townsend, Ted Adair, Donald Townsend, Arthur Dunmire, Merlio, but yeah, that one.
Battalion.
Let's see if I can find here.
Is Mario still living?
As
far as I know. I don't know.
John Meatball
Yep,
Pantoli.
Pantoli. Yep. Everybody in town knows Meatball.
Well,
Yeah.
he got that name up here at the foundry.
Yeah.
Velma guess.
There
Okay.
you go.
So you are, let's see. I can't. Where are you at here? Okay. So you must be in the third row, maybe. So let's see. Man. Margaret guess.
That's
Martha.
your sister.
Yeah. Must be up here somewhere. Maybe you can find her.
Give it to Mom. She'll find her in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you, Mom?
You'd be
Which
up
one
here.
is-
Up here.
Up
Here.
here.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of faded. It's pretty
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would have been 1934, so you'd have been about 13.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teenager.
Did you find me down here?
I didn't even see your name down on the bottom.
I don't think I'm on here.
Yeah, you're definitely in this group because I saw your name.
Yeah,
But
Here, let me see. I'll figure it
you
out.
can't tell.
There's
Okay.
Mom and Dad, or her Mom and Dad, across the river, and see where the river is, and then
Yeah.
the railroad tracks, and then the road, and then the house.
okay.
That house is
that's
standing
kind
there
of-
right where the railroad track is now.
Yeah, so that's her parents.
good.
They were, what was their names again?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I
course.
can't guess. Badoom. Anyway,
I had trouble with that name going to school in places.
what's your name? Guess.
Oh.
Jones Smith.
What's your
Uh,
Mom and
Tell
Dad?
me
Yeah,
your
tell me.
name.
Guess.
What's your Mom and Dad's name, Mom?
Yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Okay, what's their first name?
Harry,
Harry and
Mary.
Harry and Mary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now that's easy to remember. Okay, so Harry and Mary guess. You just have to guess the last name. 'Cause
G-E-S-S.
She was the Schaefer.
yeah. Well, she was the Schaefer. Mary Schaefer, right?
Yeah.
Mary Schaefer and Harry guess. So
I know I'm on here, but it's pretty hard to
Here,
see.
let me check.
yeah, we'll
I'll
let
check
him
it.
figure it out while we
Yeah.
keep going there. But that's interesting. Yeah. So you had trouble with that name, huh? People would
There.
say, "What's your name?" Guess.
I'm not guessing.
Yeah, I'm not guessing anything. You tell me or else. Yeah. So, but yeah, so once you got out of 8th grade, then what happened?
Stayed home and worked.
Stayed home and worked. Okay. And that would have
Would
been
help my mother wash clothes on wash day,
There.
iron.
Is that you right there?
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's her. Right there in the dark.
right there in the dark. Okay, so that's I'll try to get up and get it close here. Now you can see that's her right there.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Velma guess. Here in this picture here of the Kirkendall school. Now this is in Avonmore too?
I took going towards Maysville.
Gone toward Maysville.
Just on
Okay.
the side of Maysville. it was.
Okay. All right.
That building's tore down now too because
Yeah.
they had to replace the road.
Yeah. Now it said that Peterson school that was all the way out in Greensburg. Did you have to go all the way to Greensburg to go to school?
No, they
No.
sent it to me.
Oh, okay. So that was more or less you did the schooling here, but you
Yeah.
got the certificate from Greensburg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So okay, so yeah, you graduated from high school.
No.
I'm sorry, not high school. You graduated from 8th grade.
Yep,
Couldn't go to high school because you had to take a special test.
that's right.
And so then you went home and back home and worked. And so what did anything change once you were graduated, as far as your duties or things like that around the house?
Nothing changed.
No. Okay. Pretty much the same, except now you had more time to work, right?
That's right.
Shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's interesting. So when did let's move on to because eventually you got married.
Yeah.
And before you got married, you obviously had to meet. So tell us a little bit about that. Who was your husband?
Clarence Christy.
Clarence Christy. Okay.
Yep.
Now, did you have any other boyfriends before you met him?
Nope.
Nope. He was your first and only, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, they lived about 4 houses down.
4 houses down.
Here, show him this guy.
Okay. Who's that?
Who is it, Mom? That's Dad whenever he was 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I have a picture of him with his dog.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know where it's at, though.
That's Clarence Christy.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, that'd be Velma's husband. And when was he born?
1917.
March
Okay.
18th.
March 18th, 1917.
Mhm.
So he'd be a little older than 100 these days.
Yeah,
Yep.
104.
He'd be 104.
He
So
was 90.
90 when he passed.
Yeah.
So 2007?
Yeah.
2007? Okay.
June 12th.
June 12th, 2007.
His birthday was March the
March
18th.
18th?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said he lived, so yeah, he lived 4 houses down from you, huh?
Yep.
Now, did you know him your whole life?
Oh, since I was about 12.
12, okay. And did you guys like each other beforehand, or how'd that all
Oh,
come
we
about?
all got together and had fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And
My brother, he would get a gang in over there, and we'd sit and talk, and me and my sister would pick out a song and sing it, and he'd play. So
would he play your
no,
Clarence?
one of the boys.
Oh,
would
one of the
come
boys
over.
would play.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
So,
I enjoyed my life.
oh yeah, yeah. That's good to hear. What's
Here,
this
Mom.
one here?
We didn't have much.
There, Mom, how about that one?
Is that them?
That's
That's
them,
me.
1943. That's my oldest sister, Donna.
Donna. Okay, so that's Clarence and Velma and Donna.
Yep,
That'd be their oldest.
yep,
1943.
yep.
That's
He-
them together.
He was a coal miner until early 50s. I'm
Yeah.
Okay.
pick and shovel.
That when he retired?
No, he got a job up here
Well,
at the
I'll put
foundry.
this here. We might come
Okay.
back to that a little bit later. But so yeah, so like so yeah, you knew each other since you were about 12 years old, or you'd have been about
16.
16.
Yep.
And so when did it come about that you guys decided, hey, maybe I like this guy, or maybe who liked each other, who liked the other
He
good
was
person?
the first one I ever went with.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
What did Dad always say? Better to get half a loaf than no loaf at
Oh.
all.
There was
That's
there was
just a
a
fun
rumor
memory,
going
Mom.
around that we was going to get. My mother was her mother was a DeWalt,
Okay.
and we were supposed to get a fortune from the DeWalts.
Oh yeah.
So he said, "I'm picking her." So that's
Yeah.
how we got together.
Okay. So let's start this over. We had a bit of a distraction there. So okay, start over with that again.
Well, my mother was a DeWalt, or my grandmother was a
Yeah.
Oh, your
DeWalt.
grandmother was DeWalt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, that story.
there was a rumor going around that we were supposed to get money.
Oh okay.
Inheritance.
Inheritance. Okay.
We never got it. We didn't find out till after we were married.
No, you weren't related to the DeWalts.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
part.
Yeah. So okay. Well, like, how did it? Like, what was the situation? How did it come about? You guys ended up just deciding, hey, we're gonna start
Hooking
going
up.
together, and then we're gonna get married or whatever.
Oh, Lloyd, he had a pickup truck and he'd take us for rides.
Oh okay.
He'd fill that truck full.
Oh yeah.
He'd have benches in the back.
People hanging
They were
on the side
riding
and
on the
everything else.
fenders on the running boards. And
Yeah. Yeah. So that sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little bit dangerous. I don't know. You
Well,
might get in trouble these days for doing
Yeah,
stuff
you
like
would.
that.
that's right.
But sounds like it was a lot of fun, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And is that when you and Clarence started to get to know each other a little
Yeah.
better?
Oh, we knew each other beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, at some point you had to decide. You know,
Yeah.
this is my guy, or he decided this is
Mhm.
my girl, or whatever. But so when did you guys finally tie the knot?
September the 10th.
What year?
1940.
Yeah,
September
that's
10th,
right.
1940. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And where'd you get married at?
We went to the Justice of the Peace in Kittanning.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Who was your witness or whatever? Was there like?
My brother-in-law and my sister Margaret.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so is that it as far as the celebration?
That
Just
was
just
it.
Yeah.
just going to the Justice of the Peace. Hey,
That's
whatever
Nobody-
it takes, I guess. Make it
Nobody had
legal.
any money for a honeymoon or
No.
anything.
Yeah.
No, he only worked 2 or 3 days a week and sometimes just one. So.
Oh, really? We're at the coal mine, you said,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And so you got married, and was he was employed at that time? I'm assuming at the
Yeah.
mine. Okay. And what was it like him coming home from the mines? Was he dirty a lot of times coming home, or
I got used to it.
got used to it? Okay. Got used to all the coal dust and the dirty boots and clothes
Yep.
and stuff like that. Yeah. So okay. So let's talk about your family. We sort of talked about this earlier. I asked about your siblings, and you started naming off your kids. So let's talk about your kids now. You had your first one, Donna. When did that happen?
1941.
1941.
Yeah.
So she's about, when was her birthday?
February.
February the 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yep.
St. Valentine's Day
Yeah,
baby.
she was my Valentine.
Yeah, yeah. So that had been an interesting day then, huh?
Well, I was over at my sister's, and I had a doctor over there in the Grand, and that's where I had her.
Oh,
At
had her
home.
at your friends or
At home, yeah.
at home? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it was. Well, were you expecting to just have it at home, or were you planning to go somewhere else?
No,
No, just have it at home.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mom doesn't get excited about anything.
I'm noticing a trend. Yes. So that was your first one. Then comes along the next one. Who's next?
Richard.
Richard. Okay. And when was he born?
Go on, July the 25th.
July the 25th, 1945.
1945. So that was a couple years break.
Yep.
Because we got 8 of them. There's 8 of them
Yeah.
apparently. So so you had quite.
And there was Robert.
And there was Robert. Okay. When did he come along?
February the 16th.
Okay.
46 or 47? 47,
47.
right?
47.
That's the
Okay.
same. Mom was in the hospital having him, and Dad and my grandpa, Christy, they moved from over there across the river to this house here
Okay.
the same day.
The house that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the same day
The same day
that she had a baby, they
Yep.
moved into this house.
Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, I've heard about that back in the day. You know, there's just no. Nowadays, people take 3 months off of
Well-
work. But
There's all the birthdays. Just to
Oh,
write them all
okay.
down.
Donna, 2/14/41, Richard 7/25/45, Robert February
Those
16th,
are the-
1947.
understand
Yeah.
Carol September 18th, 1948,
Yep.
Edward December 13th, 1949.
December 15th. Yeah.
So you had a 3-year period of
Oh yeah.
kids.
Cranking them out.
Then Patricia, 1951, she came along. It'd be April 8th.
And they took a break.
Then they took a break. And
then me.
Ron came around the March 2nd, 1963. And then Denise, the last one, right?
Yep.
Was April 15th, 1965.
Tax day.
Tax day. So from 41 to 65.
Yeah.
That's
Come on, Mom, add it up fast.
that's 24 years of having kids.
Yeah.
So 65, you'd have been
She's 56.
56 when she had her last child.
Denise is 56 now, so yeah, 56.
Well, let's see, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61. 2, 3, 4, 5. So she'd have been 44.
44.
44 when she had her last one. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
Yeah.
what, 19 when you had your first one.
okay.
19 to 44. Jeez.
Yeah, 19 to 44 having kids. That's a lot of long time having kids. So, but that was common back in those days, right?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah. There was big families then.
Big families then too. Yeah.
They didn't have TVs.
And have TVs. Yeah. 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 They don't know what our parents do for fun. I asked my 26 brothers and sisters, and they didn't know either. Right? So anyway,
How many was in your family?
my mother's family, there were 8, just like
Yeah.
your kids. My grandma, she was same year you were born. She had kids from 42 to 60, and she would have been 39 when she had her last child.
Yeah.
But my mom, she had my brother, and 77, and me. I was born in 91. There's only 2 of us, so we. So there was a bit of a gap there.
Yeah.
But we were the only 2 born in my family. So, but yeah. So, but what's that?
Sometime you come look at my genealogy books.
Oh yeah, we'll have to take a look at that sometime. Well, speaking of your genealogy, as we were pointing out earlier,
Want to get them?
we have some of the pictures. Solomon and what was the other name?
Amanda.
Solomon and Amanda.
Those are like originals too.
Okay, original photos from who knows when these were
Says on
taken.
the back there too. Okay, that goes to Denise.
Denise Solomon Schaefer and Amanda DeWalt Schaefer.
Yeah.
The
That's
famous
where it is.
DeWalt family, of course.
Yeah.
And about what do you think when this was taken or done? I don't know. It looks like it's
an
more of a,
old picture.
definitely an old
Yeah,
picture.
the frame and everything.
Probably sometime back in the, oh man, maybe the 20s, maybe earlier.
My
Yeah.
grandfather, he died 1929.
Yeah. So that would have been your grandparents. I'll
Yeah.
get that back to you.
That one.
We'll trade you for another heavy one. Oh, that's
Solomon.
not. Solomon, that's her grandfather. Solomon Schaefer. What'd he do? You know what he did for a living?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Probably a coal miner.
Okay.
The public ones.
Yeah.
Everybody around here did coal mines.
Everybody did coal mines? Okay. And there's Amanda again, her grandmother. And, so, yeah. These are nice old paintings there.
Those are relics.
They're relics for sure. And is that as far back as you know of your family? Well, I guess you have your genealogy.
Yeah.
Back
Do
to
you know
1804.
the ancestors, like where you guys came from?
Should be in
all
one
kinds
those
of stuff.
books.
DeWalt Schaefer Guest Christie. That's a lot of names. Solomon T. Schaefer. My.
Is that the first book?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of
I have a
names.
cousin that does that work.
cousin.
Yeah, she put
Yeah.
all this together.
Okay, looks like we got some war people here somewhere. Solomon Schaefer, born in 1850. Amanda Schaefer, born in 1853. He died in 1927. She died in 1915. So that's, was that him there too, Solomon? Won the gun?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Solomon.
Solomon, yeah.
Solomon Townsend
Yeah.
Schaefer. So he probably displaying his little rifle there, and Amanda Charlotte DeWalt.
DeWalt.
DeWalt,
Yeah,
yeah.
he won't.
That's interesting. So, huh. So, yeah, that's something I was meaning to ask. Yes. So, you grew up in the 1920s and 30s. So you would have been old enough to have been alive at the same time as people who lived through the Civil War, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Did you ever meet anybody that was
No.
of that era? Okay, all right. Wasn't sure. Just wanted to throw that question out there.
People back then didn't talk about stuff like that.
Oh yeah, well, I guess they were a bit more quiet or
Yep.
whatever. But yeah, but yeah, and I think the First World War would have been just shortly before you were born,
Yeah.
and so that was you were coming right on the heels of the First World War and the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
So all that happened, and then here you come. So it's a nice bright spot at the end of all that, right? So yeah, we'll get into more of that maybe with another interview,
Okay.
hopefully. So yeah, and I'm assuming you probably knew First World War veterans, right?
Well, there probably was some in town, but I didn't really know them.
Yeah. Okay.
I was too small.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I was little, I was at a nursing home, and there were apparently some gentlemen that were there that were World War I veterans, and so that was I didn't realize how unique and special it was at the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
because I thought, oh yeah, World War I. I was thinking, oh yeah, Civil War veterans are probably still alive, but that was obviously not true. But then I found out, oh yeah, last one died in 2013. So it's like, you know, how quickly they're gone, right?
Yeah.
But and I noticed you have a picture over here. You have, I think you said an uncle or something that served in
Two
the second.
uncles. Yeah.
Two
Uncle
uncles
Bill
that
and
served-
Uncle Lloyd.
Okay, Uncle Bill. And that was the one you said had the truck, Uncle Lloyd.
Yep.
Okay.
On the right there is Uncle.
This one?
Yeah, Uncle Lloyd. That's the one with
Okay.
the truck.
That's what?
That's the one with the truck.
Okay. So that's Bill and Lloyd
Yep.
have been her brothers, and they served in the Second World War.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know anything about their service from when they were over there?
Well, my brother Lloyd, he was overseas, but I don't remember just.
He was in
whereabouts.
Europe, right?
I think he was.
Yeah.
And Uncle
Yeah,
Bill
my
was.
family there on the
Which one?
right inside the door there.
Yeah, we already showed you that.
No, on the other wall.
This one, right?
I don't think we
No,
showed it yet on the video. I
no.
think we were looking
Okay.
at it before we started recording.
On that wall
That's
there.
her brothers and sisters
On
there.
this wall.
Yeah.
Well, that's
My
the
dad
soil
and
here.
all of us should have one there.
That's Grandpa Christy there, and this is Doyle.
Grandpa Christy.
That's Doyle there.
That's,
Is that the one you
that's-
want?
No,
I guess
with
her
my
husband's
dad and all of us
grandfather.
kids. Is that-
Up here?
Oh, up there was changed.
Oh, it's
Ah,
not there.
well, some redecorating, I guess, around the house, right?
Let's see here.
This is my brother.
Uh,
He's going too.
okay, what was his name again?
Doyle.
Doyle, okay. So you can see a little resemblance there between the brother and sister. And you gotta guess his name too.
Yeah.
So,
That's Dad who worked on the railroad for like 2 weeks, right, Mom?
2 weeks?
Oh,
Okay.
more than that.
Yeah.
Why? He wasn't
That's
on there 2
Clarence
weeks.
Christie, her husband.
Yep.
So he worked in the coal mines and the railroad. What else did he do?
Worked up here at the foundry.
Foundry?
28 years up here.
28 years in the foundry?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a whole gang there. Mom can
Okay. So
read
there's a
them off.
whole gang of family members, as he said.
Yeah.
So you can maybe tell me a little bit about who's who here.
Well, here's Richard.
Okay.
Here's Jack Smart, that's my nephew.
Okay.
This is my sister Verna.
Berna?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one that's up on the wall here.
Oh, okay.
And this is Donna,
Uh-huh.
my oldest one.
Yeah.
And see, there's my grandfather there.
Okay. For your father?
That's your
Yeah,
dad.
my father, yeah.
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 I meant to say,
Yeah.
there's Robert.
Robert, okay. Ron anywhere in there?
No, that's,
No.
that's
No.
before me.
That was before you. Oh, man. So,
That was probably in the 50s.
yeah. Oh, yeah, and you didn't
I
You
didn't come
didn't
around
come till
till 63.
This
Yeah.
is the one that's up on the wall,
Okay.
Verna.
Yeah. So around 1950s, he says that
Mhm.
all the family. That's her father,
Yeah, Harry,
Harry.
That's his children and grandchildren.
grandchildren.
Yeah. Are you somewhere in there?
I should be.
She's probably taking a picture.
No, I don't think I am.
Oh.
Hmm.
Maybe
You
that's
probably-
just him with the grandkids, perhaps.
Yeah, probably the grandkids' mom.
So, all right. So you had 8 kids. You raised them all. I asked you what happens once they all move out, but apparently one still hasn't left home
still
yet.
here. Yeah.
But what's that?
That is Harry and Mary, and that's Donna right there. And that house is this one right over here. That's in the backyard here.
Oh, okay. So that's
That was right after we moved over here.
okay.
Yeah.
Right after move over here, Donna
4748.
and 4748. Said,
Yeah.
and that's Harry and Mary, the Guest family,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's interesting. It's really nice. So,
And here's a crew. That's the one Mom was telling you about.
oh, okay. Who is this again?
Yeah, them lovebirds sitting on the couch here.
Who's who?
That's Dad, and that's Mom, and that's Mrs. Young. Mom, is that Mrs. Young? And that's Grandpa Christy on the end.
No, but
Who is it?
I forget her last name. But he
Yeah.
he used to live with us,
Oh, okay.
so he decided to get married.
Uh-huh.
So they moved up to Erie,
Oh, okay.
and that's where they both died at.
Oh, okay.
She was a Parks, I think.
Parks.
her last
Okay, Mrs.
name.
Parks.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's them there. That's
That would be my
Velma and
stepmother-in-law.
Clarence, Chris, and who?
That would be my stepmother-in-law.
Oh, your stepmother-in-law and I guess your stepfather then?
No,
Oh,
Father-in-law.
Father.
Yeah.
father-in-law.
That's Dad's dad.
Oh,
My
okay.
grandfather.
Okay, so that'd be okay. And there's
Clarence.
Clarence and Velma right there.
Yep.
Lovebirds on the couch.
Yeah, look at that old TV
So,
too.
yeah, an old TV. So some definite signs of their time. He's dressed as my pap used to be with those clothes.
Now who's those kids, Mom?
well, there's Donna, there's Barb, and there's Richard, and there's Davy.
Okay, so
David
Donna
King.
and Barb and what was it again? Or Davies, that one.
Yeah,
And then the other one beside him. Did you say Richard maybe?
Richard, I think.
that's Richard.
Richard and Davy. Okay,
Yeah.
so those your kids, right?
Richard is, yeah.
Ah, Richard is, and Donna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And the other two was my sisters too.
oh, okay. So okay, so you had your kids. They grew up, and most of them moved out. And so what
All but
was
one.
all but one?
I'm still
So what
here.
was life like after that? Once your kids pretty much grew up and went on their
Oh,
own.
It was a hassle raising them, but we
Yeah.
managed.
You managed, okay.
Mhm.
I'm sure, 8 kids. Or you raise all 8 kids in this house?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, they were all here.
It had to be,
The house
interesting.
was actually smaller then.
Oh, really?
That out there was a back porch.
Oh,
This was
okay.
the kitchen dining room.
Oh my. So, bit of a challenge, I can imagine.
2 bedrooms.
2 bed. Oh man, that was worse than when you were growing up. So, 2 bedrooms and 8 kids and 2 parents. My goodness.
6 kids at a time in 1 bedroom.
Yeah. Well, where'd the parents sleep?
In the other bedroom.
Oh, the other bed. Okay. So yeah, that's
The
That's-
boys had a bed and the girls had
Yeah.
a bed.
okay.
3 in a bed.
Yeah. Everybody stayed warm in the winter, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roasted in the summer.
Tell them about the coal-fired furnace.
We had them registers on the floor,
Yeah.
and they'd have to get up for school,
Yeah.
and they'd fight to get on that register.
Yeah.
The first one up had to fire up the furnace.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun.
Used to like get what, 5 ton of coal in the coal bin every fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so yeah, it had to be something. 8 kids, 2 bedrooms, and you had them have them all ready for school, I guess, and
Oh, yeah.
sent them out the door, and Clarence would go to work, and it'd just be you here taking care of the house, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but then again, they all grew up, and they, for the most part, moved on. What was it like for you guys then, knowing that now you basically had, for the most part,
Me.
a free house?
Well, I was done hassling with them.
Done hassling with them, okay. And yeah. And what was, well, then eventually, I'm sure Clarence retired. So then, what was life like? Now you guys had more time to spend
Yeah.
together.
Yep.
So what did you guys do then with your time?
Oh, nothing much.
Nothing much.
Yeah.
We'd go up there to see his dad whenever he'd get a vacation up there to Foundry.
Oh, okay.
We'd go up for a week,
Go up
Yeah.
to Erie.
Yeah.
and I was up in Buffalo. He worked up there. I was up there for a week.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Did you go? How far away have you been? What's the farthest you've been? Farthest you've traveled to?
Ohio.
Ohio.
And
Yep.
you went to L.A. a couple times.
Los Angeles.
Yeah. In the last, when did we start traveling? 2009.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me and her have been to 35 states
Oh, okay.
in the last, since 2009, 12 years.
So 12 years.
Yeah.
So you've been around.
Yeah, but Don and I went out to
Right.
California.
Eddie's wedding back in 74.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
me, you, and Denise went out in 81.
Yeah.
And then we came back, and then they didn't go too many places.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad, he went to Buffalo to work up there in the Chevy plant back in the early 50s whenever it was slow up here.
Yeah.
And that's the only time he's ever been out of the state.
So did he go up there and work while the
Yeah.
family was here?
Yeah, and then
Oh,
him
okay.
and about 4 or 5 other guys, they'd come down, Friday evening,
Yeah.
and then go back Sunday
Wow.
afternoon.
Wow. That had to be something, huh?
They did that for 18 months.
I got used to it.
You got used to it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that had to be even tougher when you had all
them
those kids
Yeah.
and the husband having to travel.
Yeah.
But again, you guys worked it out. You guys managed and pulled through, and that's the tenacity of folks your age. You guys found a way to get things done.
Yep.
Mhm.
So yeah, like I said before I came here, I was visiting my one uncle, and he's telling me how sometimes he can't lift his arms as high as he can, so he'll
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
go in his bedroom and and lay on the bed and do some exercise until he can get his hands where he needs them. And
Yeah.
then he goes off and does work around the yard at 98 years old. So,
You know, we go to
Yeah,
Silver
she goes to
Sneakers
Silver-
3 times. a
yeah,
week.
yeah. When did you start doing that?
Oh, when was that? A few years
Right
back or
after your
more.
dad died.
Yeah,
We went
something
out
like
to
that.
Woodlands.
Yeah, we went out to Woodlands whenever they had it out at Woodlands. We said I was up here, I'd come home, pick you up, and take you out there. She used to walk on the treadmill out there. Let me see, it was 1.5 miles per hour, and usually she'd do a half an hour.
Okay.
Sometimes she'd go for an hour.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
and she was like 90 then.
yeah, and actually, yeah, I remember the first time I met you, that was when we first started the local weekend.
Yeah.
And I remember, I forget the blonde-haired lady's name.
Andy.
Andy, yeah.
Yeah, she was out there.
Yeah, yeah, and she was telling me, here's this lady, she's 90 years old and still going.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, bless her heart, hope she's still here in 10 years. And
There she is.
well, here she is, 10 years later, still going. So that's good. That's good. It's good to see you. Good to see you still moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm slow at it, but I get around.
You have every excuse in the world to be slow now.
Yeah.
So
She's been to Key West and Lubbock, Maine,
okay.
and let's see, Bar Harbor, Naperville, and let's see, Texarkana, all in 1 year,
Wow.
in the car.
It's a lot of traveling.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we go.
Yeah. And so before then, you really hadn't been to too many places, I guess, huh? So that was big change there for you. Yeah. So, yeah. So,
And we started going down to Florida.
Yeah.
down to Florida. Okay.
Yeah, Bob, my brother, he went down to Florida. He moved down there, so he said, "Come on down." So we used to go down in March. I used to take 3 weeks off, and
Yeah.
we used to take 2 days to drive down, stay down there, and just hang out. Bob was down there, Dawn and Jack was down there, and Mike was down there. He's at the Villages. Bob's at the Villages. Dawn and Jack was at Zephyr Hills, which is in the middle of the state, and Mike is down at Naples. So we'd make the rounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Went on the auto train at one time.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's talk about your grandchildren now. How many? I guess you probably got. Well, what do you got? Grandchildren, great grandchildren,
Great.
great.
Yeah.
Okay. No great yet, huh?
Nope.
No great. Okay.
Wait, that'd be 5 generations or 6?
Well,
Because she's up to the 5th generation.
there's you. There's your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, and your great grandkids. That's 5.
Yeah.
5 generations amongst all of you. So that's and what's your youngest great grandchild?
About 10.
10.
Yeah,
You're-
she's not.
Your youngest great grandchild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the only one you got, I think.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
There's the 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
That's
5
the fifth
generations right there.
generation.
Okay. So that's you and
That's Donna.
Donna.
She passed.
Yeah.
That's my niece,
Jackie.
Jackie,
And that's Tiffany.
Tiffany.
And that's Jade.
Jade.
Jade is 10 or 12, and she's up in Alaska right now.
Oh, okay.
She's with her dad.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. 5 generations right there. Velma, her daughter, granddaughter?
Granddaughter
Great granddaughter,
and great
granddaughter,
Yeah.
and her great granddaughter's like 10, 12 years
Oh,
old.
yeah.
My
That
goodness.
was in 2009. That was made.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
was
so
about 12.
yeah, you hold out for 10 more years, you can have a great grandchild. My goodness.
6 generations.
6
yeah.
generations. That'd be something. I'll
Got
tell
a
you.
chance.
Yeah, you got a chance at it. I'd go for it if I were you. Yeah. So that's interesting right there, because I know I keep referring to my grandma because you guys are very similar. You both born in 21. You both had 8 kids. I think she made it to her great grandchild. She had it was my grandmother, my Aunt Helen, then there was her daughter, Valerie, and then she had a daughter, Gwen, and Gwen had a daughter, Dahlia. So that was 5 generations right there in our family. And I think just now Dahlia is about, I think, 11 years old. So
She's got a chance, yeah.
yeah. Well, Grandma passed away. She was 96, but yeah. So yeah, interesting how. But the rest are still alive. My Aunt Helen, my cousin, my second cousin, third cousin. I don't know what you'd call them at that point. Great cousin, great grand cousin.
Something
Anyway,
like
so yeah. So that's interesting. It's always interesting to see stuff like that with 5 generations of people all alive at the same time. That's pretty unique. So altogether, about how many descendants would you say you have?
She's got them all in that little book
This
right
little
there.
book?
How
Let's
many
see here.
do you
There's,
have?
Yeah, but that you can't make out some of them.
Grandchildren, 63. So you had grandchildren around the same time as you were still having kids.
Yeah.
It looks like you got Randy here. He was
Yeah.
born March 26th, 1963, and Ron was born
I
March
was his
2nd.
uncle when I was 3 weeks old.
Yeah, and you were born March 2nd, 1963. Denise was born April 15th, 1965, and
This is her niece right here, but
Yeah.
she's older than my sister.
okay. And then you have Jackie.
Yeah, that's Jackie. Yeah.
Okay, and she was born October 21st, 1964.
Yeah.
So let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right?
11.
Here's their pictures over here.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, great. Okay, this is grandchildren.
Yep.
Grandchildren. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Tim,
8,
Richie,
9,
Mike,
10, 11, 12 grandchildren.
And one is deceased.
and Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says brother and sisters.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be your brothers. Your
Yes.
brothers and sisters. Okay.
Mhm.
And 1 great grandchild.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's interesting right there. So altogether that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 grandchildren, or children. Well, then you add in the children. So that 19, almost 27, I think.
Yeah. And then there's the great grandkids over there on that balance.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of children, 8 children, 12 grandchildren.
Yep.
I forget what it was again.
Let's see.
Um,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count over there.
Okay,
There might be
so
even
6
more.
6 great grandchildren and 1 great grandchild. So 8, 9, 10. That's 26. So 26. No, yeah, 27 grand.
Yeah.
27 descendants.
Yep. So
That's
far.
So far. And
There, Mom.
so yeah, so that's
Well, Richie's 2 kids.
Yeah, they got pictures over there.
yeah, so
Brandon and Britt.
yeah. So that's it's a lot of descendants from you
Yep.
and your husband and all that. So, and then of course all your brothers and sisters, they basically all had kids and they've got grandkids and my goodness, you can see how this family tree thing can get out of hand.
Oh yeah.
Enough people have enough kids.
It's all in the books.
Yeah, all in the books. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. I've been trying to do my own family research. Just like, what are all these people? It's like there's no way I'm related to this many people. Surely, but you know we are, I guess. But And so now here we are. You celebrated your 100th birthday. We talked about that already. About
Yep.
you had your party
Mhm.
down at Silver Sneakers, and that was a sweet little occasion there.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you been doing since then? What new ventures are you up to now?
Nothing, only go to Silver Sneakers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, we're setting up a little party. First time we've been out to like a diner or we're going to Hoss's whenever
Okay.
my two sisters figure out when. Everybody's retired, so we can just go anytime. Just let
Yeah.
us know. But we're gonna do that, and first time in well over a year, huh, Mom?
Huh.
So
I'm
we're gonna
see
splurge.
Richard if he wants to go.
Well, Richard wants to go too, but you know,
Yeah.
there isn't a Hoss's in Vandergrift, Mom.
No.
It's a joke we got with him.
Yeah. Yeah. But well, this has been interesting. I really appreciate you taking the time to. How long have we been on here now?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's been at
An hour or
least
two. Does it even say? Oh, 1 hour and 10 minutes.
1
That's
hour
it.
and 10 minutes. That's
Shit.
it. 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, you got plenty.
So, but yeah, it's, I really appreciate you taking the time. This is sort of our on the fly, just having a conversation, talking about memories of her life, and 100 years of stories is what we call it, and very interesting. You've had quite the life, seen a lot of things, lived through a lot of things.
Yeah.
We had more then than we do now.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You want to elaborate on that?
Well, like I told you, we had a store on each
Oh yeah,
We got
yeah,
nothing.
corner.
yeah, yeah.
We had 2 or 3 doctors in this town.
Uh huh.
We had a dentist,
Yeah,
post office, all kinds.
yeah,
Churches.
yeah.
Now we have mostly all beer gardens.
Yeah, well, that seems to be the place where a lot of places
That's
these days.
entertainment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and entertainment. Yeah, but yeah. So let's see. How will we close this today? Talking with Velma Christy. I think I asked you this the last time, but what do you have as far as advice for people? I don't know. I know people of your generation don't really like to give advice. You just kind of don't really like to do too much of that kind of stuff. But if you could be so giving of all your years of experience, what kind of advice would you give to us today?
Well, I'm not really sure of what I could say.
Yeah,
Those many years you forget things.
no, I hear you. Well, I don't hear you.
But-
I don't understand. I'm talking. Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, like I've lived 100 years now. But
Well, I didn't think I was going to make it this far.
yeah, yeah. And well, if you were to do it all over again, would you do it the same? I guess.
Probably I would. I'd
Yeah.
still cross the river.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, again, I appreciate just a sweet lady, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today. And Mr. Ron Christy, I thank you for
No problem.
giving your input to help us with all of the
Like I
hardware.
said, anytime you want to come down, I'm
Yeah,
right there.
I think maybe next time we'll try to get into more specific stories if we
Yeah.
can.
Mhm.
We'll try to think of maybe some specific things to talk
Yeah.
about. This is just more or less on the fly,
Right.
basically going through her life in general.
Mhm.
But we'll get into more stuff hopefully as these continue. But again, I really thank you. I really appreciate your time. Time of yours is very precious, and I certainly appreciate you being willing to talk to me. So, Mr. Ron, if you want to,
Yep.
I'm going to close it out and we'll end it. So,
Okay.
this has been a bit of a long interview, conversation, basically. But we hope that you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed talking with Mrs. Velma Christy and what a life she's had. But if you like this, please like it, share it, let people know about folks like Miss Velma and the life, and they're just magnificent lives. So again, like, share, and all that good stuff. And Yins, have a great day.